So, we still have the transfer window, and the new league is about to start in August.
We have contracts that are expiring on 30th of June.
30th of June.
So exactly. So you need to. We just hope this madness goes.
And they really have to play the games because I was reading an article yesterday, and they said the amount the Premier League were to refund Sky Sports about £750 million.
Yeah, where do you? How do you cover money you spent?
Contract. It was supposed to like show.
They have to.
I will share it.
So definitely, those are things.
I'm sure DSTV will be affected. Because they pay to view these games.
But we don't show these games in Nigeria.
They'll probably give you as African Magic
maybe something promo.
Some sort of promo. It's true.
We really hope the virus get contained.
There's no way everyone is affected one way or the other. It might not be you having the virus.
Even the Nigerian league got suspended.
And we thought we were anyway for the was that the national games too?
The national sport festival.
It's really bad, but hey, safety first. We all have to stay safe. We have to be careful. We have to show that we are responsible individuals too. And it's the best time to have some sober reflections, if I may say. But like we said, UEFA wants the European and domestic competitions to end by the 30th of June. It's also to ensure certain contracts of players will run out by then. They want Champions League final to be by the 27th of June, while the Europa League will be 24th.
Talking about the European competitions, who are you envisaging in a situation where teams get to play, one match, just one match in quarterfinals and semifinals? When there's no, away,
home and away,
where
probably use a neutral ground.
The situation, and definitely because what we are proposing is that they get to play the quarterfinals and semifinals, probably in a city, in one city or two cities, where they're able to wrap up the games on time. So what does it bode for teams that they tend not to perform very well away, and they rely on their own support, the likes of Barcelona, who are very bad away from home this season, and some other teams like that. So
it still comes down to, for me, it still comes down to safety of the people. There are football players that have caught this virus too.
Yeah.
There are football players that
all over the
look at Valencia. Valencia have a few players. I've not heard any Atalanta player have that has been termed positive in that regard, but I'm sure the Valencia players caught it after the Atalanta versus Valencia game, and I think it's hard to even call. Okay, maybe the leagues can be easier to determine and say, okay, let's end it this way. But in terms of Champions League, who do you give the title to?
That's just it.
I know it's going to be pretty hard to actually. We can actually give out in Italy because the toll rate that people actually dying in Italy is actually alarming.
Yeah, it's scary.
In Italy, so hard. But
scary.
Italy can be,
exempted
that okay, let's just do this so it can actually end the league right here. But other leagues, that will be kind of very difficult to actually
especially Spain.
Spain, Spain
2 points, and some other leagues like that. So
the German Bundesliga league is actually
quite tight.
It's tight too.
It's quite tight.
About 2-3 points.
Mönchengladbach,
Bayern is on top.
Leipzig
and Dortmund.
So they can't just conclude the league like that because they still have some games to play, and those games will still go a long way in determining who wins the league. So you can't just conclude there that if Bayern has won the league. So, but for me, in the spirit of this, this situation, a lot of players have come forward to offer their support. The likes of Ibrahimovic donating, setting up a charity fund
for
the likes of
in Milan. Yeah.
But I think he said about his target was £100,000.
Rashford to some organizations.
And Pogba also set up something up. So we've been having some of these players come up with initiatives like this to help combat the virus and offer funds and support to relevant organizations who are playing a part in combating and containing this virus. So hopefully we get to see football.
So just bring football back for us. That's all I ask. This virus should go away.
It will pass. It's just a phase we just have to face it, and I know it will definitely scale through it. It's still a live football update. We'll go next. Which one are we looking at, Diko?
Well, there's nothing much to be said.
I wanted to pose a question to Dipo.
Oh, okay.
I was on the show yesterday and they were discussing about the feasibility of Pogba pairing with Bruno Fernandes in that midfield, in that midfield, and Pogba has been subject of speculation for a transfer away from Man United in recent seasons, and even recently his
manager,
his agent, that's Raiola, and he made a statement where he said Pogba is ready to leave and he has been receiving offers from other clubs. So what do you think? Do you think United can still salvage something in that situation and hopefully try talking to Pogba to stay put in the team, or they should just let him go and get the money from him?
Personally, I've been exhausted in terms of making a case for Pogba. He's not had. I don't think he's played up to 5 games this season. He's had relapses twice, and he's not. I think he's been a bad egg in that team. I can't wait for him to leave. Honestly, as long as he's leaving for a club outside England, I don't mind. I think Manchester United are not where they want to be at the moment, despite the acquisition of Bruno Fernandes and Odion Ighalo's blistering form since they joined in January. But I think we're heading in the right direction, and we still need an experienced manager. Solskjaer might have.
So you don't approve of Solskjaer at any time?
I need to see what he can do.
But he has shown a lot.
What he's done is he's had a good run of form.
Yeah, with the right players.
Now, for me, it's a purple patch. I think it's luck.
It's coming from a Man United fan, so
I think it's some sort of luck. Now, I want him to be handed. Okay, this is £200 million. I want to see choice of players he'll bring in.
So that question should be directed to Ed Woodward.
Ed Woodward for me is just there. I think when you bring in an investment banker to become your vice chairman at a football club, he probably won't think of what happens on the pitch. He just won't bring in funds
money,
for the club. Money. And that's what Americans are all about. The Glazers, the owners too. How are we making money? I'm sure even this COVID issue too, they're thinking, let's find some sponsorship, whatever. That's their own. So I need Solskjaer to be handed a kitty of about £250-300 million. Like Guardiola was given. Go and bring in what you want to bring. Let me see what you're going to bring in. Or better still, a director of football or some sort of guidance. From the, I don't think he can do it all. He can't restore Manchester United to that glory days that I used to know under Ferguson. And yes, Ferguson spoiled us. So it's only right for me to think higher than the top 4 position.
About Willian, leaving Chelsea, and I was posed with the question where I was asked if I feel Willian should leave Chelsea or he should stay put and get the 2 years contract he was offered, because there's a policy for teams where they have players above the age of 30, 30 and above. They don't offer them no long-term contract. So for me, I don't know what your input is, but for me, I feel Willian should take the contract
basically
and stay.
Who wants Willian?
Depending on his performances, Barcelona have been knocking on the door for about 2-3 seasons now.
I don't think they'll knock on that door anymore. He's not had.
If he wants to leave.
If he wants to leave, how much is he leaving for?
No, depends. But Barcelona, I think last year they offered about £30 million for
Barcelona would want a player that is hitting over 30. And Chelsea wants to sell for less. They want to sell for cheap, sorry.
Yeah.
The least they would want for him is like £40 million. I don't think Barcelona wants to pay that much. And he'll be eyeing his pay package now.
Yeah.
Will be something else that will be going after. So do you think Barcelona will pay? I don't think Barcelona ready to pay Willian £200,000.
No, there's also interest from Tottenham Hotspur. Mourinho is keen to reunite with.
Okay.
Willian.
Okay. It's doable. Mourinho knows how to use players like that. He's doable. I think he should grab the Chelsea offer.
No, definitely. That's
That 2 year. It's strange to get a 2 year deal at 30, and Chelsea definitely will feel the effects if the offer of 2 years. Will probably be a problem a year after.
But depending on his performances, he might get, one more year deals till
And that's what I'm saying.
34, 35.
Do you think Willian does he have it in him? Does he still have it in? For me now, this summer, I hope and I'm praying seriously Real Madrid comes in for David De Gea. I don't know why. It's not.
I'm not convinced.
I'm not at all. And I always, since the moment he's always wanted to leave, I've always preferred Romero. I've not seen him concede just anyhow goals. He's been top notch, yes, despite being number 2. He's still number 1 for Argentina anyway. But
I don't think Real Madrid will want to come for David De Gea. They have Thibaut Courtois who has put in good performances.
Yeah, Courtois has put in a good shift.
I don't think they want to come for David De Gea anymore. So probably he stays.
Well, I'm not speaking because I want our goalkeeper back from Sheffield United. He's Dean Henderson. I can't wait for him to come back to the team.
Okay, talking about still with the leagues, we can't actually forget that there have been a little, let's say, in and out of transfers. And I know Barca actually eyeing Aubameyang.
I am Man United too.
Man for Umtiti, ahead of Arsenal for Umtiti, and so many others that they're already trying to indirectly seal the deal right now. They are making it.
It's better. You see, COVID is not bad for some people after all.
On the Aubameyang issue, I think it's just a rumor for me because the concrete information I've been receiving for the past few days is that Barcelona are trying to seal up, a deal for Lautaro Martinez.
Oh, the Inter guy.
The Inter guy. Because now I heard Inter are saying they want, a cash deal. They don't want a cash.
How much?
They are
20 million
requesting for
pounds?
about over 100 million pounds.
God, I don't. It can't be less than 100.
So now Barcelona are looking to get a long-term replacement, not a short-term replacement for Suarez. Because Suarez is above the age of 30.
Yeah,
and can bring an Aubameyang who's also within that age range and to solve your attacking issues. But Barcelona definitely should be looking into the long term because Lautaro is still young and he can still offer the goal scoring prowess that Barcelona they need. But Suarez is still doing his job. When he comes back, he'll still do his job. But for so long, for how long? He's going to retire probably in the next 2-3 seasons, and they need someone who's young and has that burning vibe in him to score goals for the team. So I don't think Aubameyang maybe in the next 2-3 years will decline.
So can never tell.
But these days football is about instant success. So Aubameyang might be the plug for winning Champions League next season for Barcelona, and that's it. Look at what Van Persie did with Manchester United.
Oh yeah, he came and he won the league.
And that was it. It wasn't great afterwards.
But I think I'll go with your opinion here. That they are all rumors until they sign.
Okay. Until pen is put to paper.
But Umtiti, I don't know. He's been getting under the new coach.
I don't know why I think I'm better.
His performances for me have not been convincing.
I don't think I think I'm better than Umtiti.
No, I don't think. For me, his performances have not been convincing. So
yeah, it's not
been. Want to sell him.
It's not be top touch.
Good. Well, we have someone in Lenglet who can deputize well and fill in the role for him.
It feels like the world is short of centre backs anyway. They're quite scarce.
Okay, let's go for this break. When we come back, we'll continue the live football updates. Hashtag coronavirus. Coronavirus in sports. We'll be right back. What did we go on today?
Matches. Probably some leagues that did not.
Belarus.
Brazil is Brazilian.
But I heard the Brazilians, they want to cut off their league too.
In Australia, international club friendly.
I think Australia, they are content on their home. So,
I don't think they've not recorded anything.
Yeah, so the likelihood of
Australia and New Zealand
recording something like that is very slim.
sick, man. Ah.
So you can just let them know about the international, the Belarus and Australian league. Hyundai A League, as they call it.
That's Japanese league.
No,
No,
Australia.
Japanese is J
Australian.
League.
Okay, J League, yes.
Hyundai A
J
League.
League.
They go bring us back.
Yeah, still football live football updates hashtag COVID-19. So people are still enjoying football in the world over. We have the Belarusian league still going on, the Australian league, A League. We still have some games going on there, but hey, we forgot to mention Mikel Obi's case.
Yes.
Yeah.
About that too. And also Alex Song.
Alex Song and Giroud having their contracts terminated. But the Mikel Obi story, from what I heard, there are two sides to it. They said he claimed to call for suspension or stopping of the league because of the coronavirus, blah blah blah, and they threatened to terminate his contract, which was eventually done, I think.
Yeah.
But on the other side, we are hearing he wanted to go home to meet his family. He missed his family, and also he wasn't particularly about being a selfless person, but it was for selfish reasons. And I think whatever it is, the situation at hand says that we should call off these sporting events, call off these sporting activities. So whether he was being selfish about going home to meet his family or not, they needed to have treaded on part of caution.
They just have to put that hope, just to respond to the backlashes they received as a result of the Mikel's case, because normally this is a player who has played at the top level for so many years
in Europe,
and there's a ravaging pandemic that's brought the world to a compulsory pause, and it's calling for the temporary suspension of the league, and they are not yielding to him. So what do you expect him to do? He terminates the contract.
Yeah.
So I don't think that was a well statement being made by the Russian authorities. So for me, I think Mikel made the right decision.
Yeah, he did. He did. For me, he did. I think it was a good example. And I think he deserves an apology. Whatever he must have done right or wrong, I think he deserves an apology from the Turkish FA, because God forbid if one of the players in the league got struck by the virus, when that happens, they say they will be like some countries that they let it come into their country before, when they could have stopped it before he came in.
And I think they were just after their finances,
the financial gains, exactly.
Because, most people, after, when they don't get to watch football in England, Spain, France, next thing they tune into
True.
They're
the next big things.
Yeah, so
that period.
Probably they were having high demand in
their views, in the league views.
They had to continue the league until the statement made by Mikel, and they faced several backlashes from the media and the world at large, and they had to suspend the league. So I think I saw a post earlier today where YouTube and Netflix, they were saying they had to reduce the quality, because now the amount of people that are now streaming football from YouTube now it's on high now, so they are trying to reduce the quality so as not to allow the internet break.
Yeah. And speaking of that, what I particularly did during the week was watch. I don't know how to watch games that have been played, especially if I know the scores. I don't even bother. But so what I did, though, I was being selfish here. It was majorly Manchester United and Cristiano Ronaldo games I was watching, but I had to watch Manchester United's game against Juventus 1999 all over again from beginning to the end, and the jerseys just looked funny, I saw Inzaghi in the jersey that was 3 times his size, and I was like, how do you run in stuff like this? I saw that game. It was the game that led to Manchester United beating Bayern Munich in the final, 1999.
Oh.
And I saw Cristiano Ronaldo's 42 goal season exploit. It was how do I put it now? I think it was not my favorite Manchester United season, but I think it was one of the best for me because he stepped up and Manchester United won the title, won the league, won the Champions League, and won the Carling Cup that year. It was so basically YouTube was my best friend for the week. These are trying times without
Like
football.
everybody just keeps on watching old football
was-
matches.
it was-
For me, I went, somewhere different. I went to the virtual games. I played
okay.
football with people on, on consoles, and I had to take my hanger there and beat a lot of people. Best. Even though I got beaten by huge scoreline on FIFA, I still don't care. Right?
When you said PES, I was going to say I don't think you like FIFA. I think I'm not particularly good at these games, but I prefer FIFA. I prefer FIFA. I've been a fan of FIFA.
But the funny thing is, I have a roommate who I was boasting to that.
No.
I was boasting to where that he couldn't, he said he was going to score me 7 goals on FIFA. And I said that was not possible. I would just score me 7 goals on FIFA. And he thought, okay, let's play. Then the first half was leading me by 5 goals to 0. And so
I just turned the game off.
I had to end the game by when he scored the 7th goal in the 62nd minute. I had to tell him I can't play the game again. I had to end because I knew where the game was going. Because double digits. So I had to avoid that potential disaster.
was
So,
one of my friends that
FIFA 20.
I pulled his
big game.
cam. He said, he was going to bet with one other guy that I'm going to play you and your team. None of the players will touch the ball.
Wow.
And as a bit I was a player, I was like, I don't understand what you're saying. I said, no, I should do it, sir. So what he did was he kicked off. He said as long as he's starting the game, that's what's going to happen. So what he does is he passes the ball, takes his back, does a non-goal. So he did that. I was not joking, he took the guy that he was doing that, took the pad and threw it at the screen.
What
That was the end.
As in, what? I don't understand. Are you okay? It was so frustrating.
This is what COVID-19 has made people resort to.
I have a question. What if at the end of the day, the April 30th they actually surfaced, the leagues would actually conclude, just as if, what if we see ourselves in December, a period that we are still
trying to fight.
5 days. There's a match that's supposed to happen, the boxing
Yeah,
match,
Wilder,
Perry, Joshua, and the other.
In fact, a lot of big
Pulev.
games.
Big games. Formula One refuses to actually surface.
Yeah.
The golf,
Golf, yeah.
Open.
So, yeah.
F1.
At the end of the day, should we now decide
Tennis.
that? What do you think the UEFA should do, or the various leagues?
Still be a tough
It has
one.
actually altered next
Calendar,
season.
yes.
Before
It has.
games.
It has really. It's going to be a big problem. But at the end of the day, human lives matter.
Yeah.
So they probably will just deem them null and void.
That's the most probable.
Null and void.
And that says that Liverpool will
Nah.
not.
Oh,
begin
It
with-
probably-
that would be very, very painful.
It will be painful, but yeah, but it is what it is. We can't, how do I put it? You can't if you are not mathematically there, you are not there. You have to be there. There's a season Manchester United won the title, I think it was 8 weeks to the end of the season.
Wow.
Yes, because they knew the person in second position. Even if Man U lost the remainder of their games, would not catch up. But yes, we know Liverpool can't lose 9 games.
No.
It's not possible. Though they have tough games. They have to play. I think they still have to play Arsenal. They have to play Man City. Still have to play Chelsea. They have to play teams that are battling relegation, which would pose a problem. But at the end of the day, you have to be sure they should win their 2 games and know that they won title, rather than us thinking, okay, if this had happened, they could have lost. And so, null and void if it lingers till that point.
But for me, I'm looking at the situation from the angle of finance. Usually for teams that are struggling to pay, teams like in the EFL, the minor leagues,
Yeah.
because this money, the money they get from broadcast and other things, that's what they depend. The money the league shares for them is what they depend on. So in a situation where the league can't continue, they have to make a refund to the broadcasters, like for Sky Sport and BT Sport, and that means there's no finance, there's no money for them. And when there's no money in that team, they don't get to pay the staffs and everyone.
The team that play the playoffs in the championship, those are the ones I'll be praying for the Scourge to go, because look at, okay, I play final and I'm earning like £150 million in TV rights money, and that'll do a lot in stabilizing the club for a season. So yes, if it's null and void, it will affect them. If it continues, they have money to be made. But there are some teams that have come out to say that they are paying their staff. It's hard. You're not doing any work, but hey,
just have to pay.
They have families to take care of. They have kids to feed and all. So it's a really difficult time, and we can only pray it goes as in passes, like Spencer said. This time should just pass.
Talking about the revenue that will be coming from the sales of their jerseys.
Yeah, true. Merchandise has to be sold.
Happen.
I don't think any Nike or Puma guy is designing jersey for next season right now, because everybody's battling coronavirus at the moment.
They're talking about the Formula One now. About Hamilton, putting himself in isolation, but not actually showing symptoms of it.
I think that's the best decision, because you don't have to wait for you to start experiencing the symptoms before you now start self-isolating.
Makes sense.
I think that was the decision most people, high profile, sports people have taken, over the weeks, and it led to the I think that was the Monaco Grand Prix, which was supposed to take place this weekend. They had to cancel it, and normally, because they were supposed to have 8 Grand Prix in a year, so now they have to cut it, because they've had several races like the Bahrain and the Australian Grand Prix cancelled because of the COVID-19 pandemic. So I think most it will tell a lot, finance wise,
money is lost.
But I wanted to ask a question, where that in a situation where a club who has signed a sponsorship deal with someone like Nike, for example, I think Real Madrid are sponsored by the Nike. They make the shirts for them, and probably last year they signed a deal with Adidas to start producing shirts for them by 1st of July 2020. So with the current season not being concluded, what happens in that situation? Because by 1st of July they signed the contract already. The contract comes into force, and they still have to play competitions that would span into July, August, and that's if they can't contain the virus between the time frame that they've scheduled it for. So what happens in that kind of situation?
I get you. The contract has been signed. They will have to stand by that contract, but the season will still read 2019-2020 season. So however they want to do it, they probably have to, if they have to tell their players after don't change exchange jerseys, don't do. You are going to have to wash, the laundryman has to wash this, and you have to exactly, it has to be a wash and wear situation, because it will still be termed the 2019-2020 season, and the deal comes in 2020-2021. So until the season is over, technically they'll have to wear Nike till it's over.
I'm talking about the Olympics. Slated for Friday 24 July to Sunday 9th August 2020. Expected athletes 11,091, and it's supposed to take place in the city of Tokyo, and the new stadium, the new national stadium, and they're still adamant
Yeah.
UK are saying they should not do it.
Yeah.
US not do it. Even
My own
Trump
is,
was
are
actually
these
saying not do
athletes
it.
training? Are
That's
they
one thing.
practicing? Are they,
They are
Because
doing,
they
they
have to
are
stay
doing
off-
tissue paper challenge.
Yeah, you have to stay off all
sporting activities?
gym
Gym,
classes.
Yeah.
So,
So
are
how
you,
do they train?
No, I think for me, at the end of the day, most of them will pull out of the competition. If the
Individual,
Yeah.
each country will
No,
definitely
yeah.
pull out.
the countries will pull out, and if the countries are not going, who's going to partake in the Olympics?
Yeah.
It's as easy as that. I don't understand what country wants to risk the life of its athletes. You attend the Olympics this time, then the next one you're dead. Say I was because you went for the last
have to
Olympics.
consider the decision and
You can think
probably,
about stuff like that.
Follow up with the way the virus is being contained, because I heard they are trying to develop vaccines to to test and combat the virus.
Yeah, that's
They
what I
should
heard.
work closely with this with these procedures and before they make any decision, because definitely they are putting huge money into this competition. So definitely they have to reconsider it, because I understand why the Japanese people are trying to say this. It has to go on because the amount of money put into it. It's going to turn to waste if they have to ship the competition to probably next year. So that's why they are being adamant on holding the competition. But when in the situation when you hold the competition and the major players, the stakeholders like in the USA, and other, the Kenyans, they say they don't want to come.
The people that we want to watch.
People. And so what happens to the integrity of the competition? So I think they should reconsider their decision and
They will definitely reconsider, because how would they fly down over there when airlines decide not to?
Yeah,
Exactly. That's another thing.
So
a lot of things, it causes to calling it off. Really, should stop it.
Okay, it's time we actually have to leave the studio. It's 6 o'clock on the dot. Do you have any shout outs to anyone? A shout out to who? But I have a shout out to all doctors
Yeah, so
at the NCDC in Lagos, Abuja, in all 5 states, and to all doctors
all over the world.
all over the world. You guys are doing a tremendous job. Keep it up. We're all praying for you. We're all praying this will definitely pass by.
yeah, so
Something you just need to face, and it's something you have to face our God. About the
No church tomorrow, no mosque.
Yes,
yeah, so
please
it's
avoid-
online.
Online,
Avoid
we
everything.
stream services online.
And I actually don't go to church like that all the time. So
You won't give me
at the
perfect
comfort of your
excuse.
home, you just start watching.
I can just log on to Dove or any station.
Give me
and I
perfect
watch.
excuse.
Or
I
just
always
read-
do online from
read my
scratch.
Bible, read my God. So,
Yeah, so at the end of the day,
I think we are gradually moving to that stage where people don't go to church. Just,
and how do you going to tell on us? People will not want to go to church again. I can
just,
because
when you do this thing for like 3 months,
3 weeks, months.
be like,
we escape.
what's the point, sir? This is the same guy that is talking. I'm listening. I'm hearing. And we can do transfer as offering. And be all those things. Pay
Perfect.
tight. We are fine.
So join us same time next week on Saturday from 5:15 to 6. We pray by then things would have taken shape in positive way, not negative way,
Yes,
all
so
over the world. A vaccine will definitely be delivered